Hey there everyone, welcome back to All of Fabric 6. So the Discord community has done it again. You might remember that I was a little bit confused in a previous episode about how was it that we got a couple of these royal jellies. Two of them we got kind of on camera. One was from killing endermites and the other one was from just killing some cave spiders. Yeah, so I was just curious on how that on how these things came in, and turned out they were actually like quest rewards as part of the Bumblezone of all things. Quest line or advancements line down here. The queen bee has you doing a bunch of quests to make them happy, like kill 16 endermites for their transgressions. That's one of the ones we got. What's this? Complete heaps of trades, butcher some cave spiders. Yeah, so before we got into today's episode proper, well, maybe before we start looking at any of the mods, I reckon it might be fun just to get a few more of those quests under our belt, and then we'll see where we are after that. What do you think? I think that's probably a good way to start the episode. So let's have a quick look, and we'll see how quickly we can knock these down. Craft 24 bee nests or beehives. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Maybe we'll have to go for the bee nests. Let's get 25 of these. Alright, that should be pretty easy. Grab a bunch of this. Not too hard at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? Perhaps we need bees living in there for it to work. Alright, let's check on these guys. You might recall this is our original spot where we set up in like the second episode. Let's just cram it full of bees and hope that works. Alright, maybe this is a ticket. That's a lot of bee love going on. Well, maybe we better work on these things in tandem, so I'll come back to this one. We'll try and sort that out. Gulp down 32 bottles of honey. Great, one down. Throw and hit 48 entities with pollen puff. Other players counted. Let's go find ourselves 48 mobs to pollinate in the face. Now, it doesn't mean 48 different types of entities, does it? 1, 2. Here we go. Thanks, buddy. Alright, what's next? Fire 128 bee stingers from crossbows. This is going to take a while just to charge them up. That's another one down. Breed 6 honey slimes. They really love sugar. Me too. There you go. We got one. Here we go. Get some babies in here. Slimy mitoses. The next one, save 24 bees from a certain death by putting their stingers back on. Oh, that doesn't sound very safe to do in here. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll head back to our little cubby house of bees. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to leg it. Okay, wish me luck. Did I do it? Did I really do it? I think I did it. Yep. They did not look happy with me. I saved them at least, so I'm not too guilty. What's next? Spawn 16 flowers by pollen puff pollinating. I think when you throw it and it hits a flower. There we go. So I guess it's like a bone meal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cute way of getting more of like a specific type of flower. Somehow managed to kill the wither with a stinger spear. Will that kill it is the question though. Got no idea. It's barely taken any damage. Let's sneak in there ourselves. Yeah, not so bad. I guess I'm pretty strong. I love it. Satisfy the hunger of bees by feeding them sugar water or honey-like stuff 64 times. Can be the same bee or different bees. Let's go see if we can't make peace with these guys by feeding them lots of honey bottles. Come on guys, grubs up. There we go. Honey bottles are good enough. Honey bottles seem to do the trick. Breed bees until a total of 16 baby bees are born. Love bees. I do love bees. Show resolve. Okay. We're getting into the hard ones now. Now, I'm not entirely sure why those other crafts didn't count for the beehives. What if we just did it manually? Oh, I didn't even have to craft it. Oh my god. Right. Somehow it needed interaction with a crafting table or something to do the manual check. Oh, what? Wait, no. Maybe you need to discover the recipe first before you can craft them. Let's see. 24 of the things. Maybe, okay. So it was either you need to do it with a crafting bench, which is weird. I think what's more likely is you have to somehow discover the recipe first. So this is gated behind that one, perhaps. All right, now we're on to literally the final two. And truth be told, it's these two that I thought would make this whole little challenge a good idea. So slay the Ender Dragon with full bee armor on, and while you're doing it, show your resolve by firing bees at the Ender Dragon from the bee cannon. Right, well, let's have a look at the bee cannon first. I think you got to put a bee into it. Come here, you. I think that's the case. And you fire it. Yep. So let's see if we can grab that guy again. Okay, we got a bee locked and loaded in there. With a couple in reserve. The bee armor is pretty weak. And also we're in for a bit of trouble here because the Ender Dragon's actually harder. So this is harder to do in the mod pack because we've got like a more difficult Ender Dragon. Alright. Bee helmet, bee shoes, bee pants, and bee chest plate. I'm going to get the trans bumblebee chest plate to show my solidarity with all my beautiful trans brothers and sisters out there. You got to show your solidarity in any way you can, even if that's just in Minecraft. Let's get this stuff enchanted up. Alright, I'm ready to jump at it. Now, it might seem a little bit cheaty, but I just did that over-enchanting thing for Unbreaking. So now we've got Unbreaking 5 on this gear, because it's such, like, it's not a strong gear set. And the dragon is pretty OP here. I realized I could probably wear a normal armor set and then just chuck on the bee stuff for the final blow, but that's pretty cheaty. It kind of goes against the spirit of the challenge. We're looking for end crystals. Somehow we have 24 of the things. Let's see now. I think you put it on these four corners. Is that right? 1, 2. That is definitely it. So we got a little hidey hole just in case we need to retreat. Out of the way. First thing we need to do is show your resolve by firing bees at Ender Dragon from the bee cannon. I'm feeling optimistic about it this time. I think we're going to go fine. As long as my armor doesn't break. Alright, last one, and then we're going to fire the bees off at it, and I'll let you guys skip this fight. You just saw me do it the other day. Okay, they're all taken care of. Let's go. Okay, let's fire this damn thing at it. Yeah! We did that. Okay, that's half done. Getting there for some cheap shots. Oh my god, that is not good for our health. I'm guessing you get too close, this guy's gonna really hammer you. I'm gonna try and keep my distance. A few more hits, a few more hits. Woo! Okay, we did it again. Okay. That was lucky. Oh my god, I feel like we're a bit lucky there. Did I get the head and things? Who knows, who cares? The important thing is we got the final quest. Complete all Queen's Desire advancements and right-click the Queen Bee with a grand... Oh, 4. Right-click the Bee Queen for a grand final reward, which is obviously the essence of the bees, which I think makes bees no longer aggressive to you. Alright, let's head to our Queen and see what she has to offer us. Congrats on your accomplishments. To redo the Queen's Desire questline, right-click Queen Bee with empty hand to reset those advancements. I don't know why I'd want to do that. Essence of the Bees. An endgame consumable treasure from the Bee Queen's Queen Desire advancements questline. You can feel the powerful but welcoming aura radiating from the essence itself. When consumed, you get the following bonus permanently. I can enter the cell maze and not get Wrath of the Hive. I can enter the Throne Pillar and not get mining fatigue, which means I can mine this place out. I don't think I want to though. When entering honey fluid, it grants regenerative effect. Entering the royal jelly fluid will grant a short-lived bee energized effect and stronger regen effect. Beehive bee nests can be mined, honey taken, or sheared without angering the bees. Oh yeah, you just don't need a campfire. You can take honey from filled porous honeycomb blocks safely without getting wrath of... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I just no longer can get wrath of the hive. Maybe, unless I punch them or something. Honey slime will not get angry at you when you take its honey. And it doesn't seem to have any uses, except for eating it. Kmbles has completed the challenge. Hope, love, dreams, and bees. That's better. Right, so I guess it's back to home base. Time to get to work. Alright, so we've got the face on the thing. Put a bit more roof on, so at least we don't get rained on anymore. I haven't really designed these side walls here yet, so I'm thinking maybe we can leave them blank, just for the time being, but we should be able to fill in this back wall with just a copy of the front wall. And I think the best way we can do that is with a schematic cannon. So let's just take like a bit of a copy of this part at least, of this main building part. Right, so what you need is apparently a schematic and quill, which takes our empty schematic and a feather. So, oh, that's super handy. So when you scroll, when you hold onto control and scroll, it moves it towards you. So we should be able to do it from over here then. Let's take from this corner up to the top there. So I want you. I want the second corner to be like here. Like that. Okay, right. And let's go put this on the back wall here. So we want to write this now onto a schematic. So do I put that there and I go like this, and that gives us hold the structure to be positioned. The schematic cannon to build it, when held, can be positioned using the tool screen. Let's see how we go. Oh, that's something. Use left alt to focus. Like that. You gotta go that way one. There we go. I just had to get closer to it to look along the, whatever this direction is. Put down the schematic cannon. What we need to get is the list of ingredients for this thing. In fact, let's not kid ourselves. We're gonna need probably a double chest of items here, maybe. And then I put you in here, do I? I think I put a book in there. Cool. That gives us a material checklist. And now I know I need to give it these things. You know what? I've got that inside out, don't I? That is inside out. Yeah, I spotted that. We want to rotate it and mirror it. So rotate. Oh my God. Rotate and then mirror. That's it. That's the front. And I'll just fill up this chest with these items. Maybe not the bamboo creeper spawn egg. All right, give me a sec. And 44 acacia flower blocks. All right, that should be everything, I think. Let's see. Let's test it out. So you just put the material book back in there. It'll check the contents of the chest next to it and tell you what you have. Oh no, apparently I missed a few things. All right, let's check that again. Hopefully we're good this time. Yep, everything but the bamboo spawner egg. We'll say skip missing blocks so that because we don't have a spawn egg for a creeper that somehow managed to get into the schematic. We'll say replace solid with solid, I guess. Just in case like the frame that's already sitting there might be the wrong block and it'll replace it with the right one. And we'll protect tile entities just in case there's like a chest there or something. All right, gunpowder it up. I love this machine. This machine's so ridiculous. Look at it go. All right, that's enough fun and games. Good doggy. All right, still plenty to go. That's starting to come along. All right, I think. A bit messy with the decoration. The vibe I'm going for is kind of like a worn down kind of vibe, overtaken by jungle. So I think by the end of it, we'll have, you know, large kind of swampy trees planted around it. Yeah, even though it's not quite there yet, that is such an improvement over what it was like before. I intend for these ones to be around. Yeah, unfortunately, the vine variants are just a bit too bright for me. Yeah, you see the texture, the green here is just so much darker on the vanilla vines than it is on any of these ones. So what does thick vine look like? Again, just too bright for this build, in my humble. But yeah, we just got some basic leaves there, mostly vanilla stuff. Thank you. Put some flowers in there. You can use a mangrove, what are these, mangrove leaves to make these bushy leaf piles, or these mangrove hedges, which is also pretty cool. So there's some of them just scattered around in there to give it a bit of texture, a bit of depth, you know. Some of them are a bit fluffier than others, like the leaf pile there. Others, nice little narrow bit. All right, but enough messing about. It's time we got to work on our MI factory again. So I think I'm just going to have to follow the guidebook here, hoping that it's not going to lead us astray. Like, although we have stainless steel drill here coming off the electric quarry, it's composed of parts like that. It's just got stainless steel stuff in it, and digital circuits, which is, you know, polyethylene. You follow that down and you'll never come out. But yeah, stainless steel you see here, that's kind of put in the section of the mid game. Yeah, I think that's telling us get into chemical reactors, get into oil rigs. Oh God. Because we do have all the stuff ready to automate this oil, this aluminium drill now, which will get us our oil. What does the chemical reactor do? P and N-doped silicon plates, which yield you a better recipe for transistors, also a better recipe for diodes. All right, we'll get those two set up. And we haven't started playing with liquids at all. Can we make a couple of chemical processes? Let's just put these things down here. One making the N-doped and one making the P-doped silicon plates. Give them power and then give them items. And as per usual, in and out with nothing restricting it. We got aluminium in the barrel and antimony in the barrel. So let's just, I guess, unpack dust into tiny dust. And it's dust, not nuggets, right? Dust and dust, yep. Aluminium, tiny dust into here, like this. And antimony, tiny dust into there. Same deal, we'll upgrade the hull. I know they're around here somewhere. Is that you? Transistors? Transistors and diodes, here they are. So now it's steel and N-doped silicon, no regular silicon. So we don't want that one. And here we want to do something similar, get rid of the regular silicon and give it a recipe with N and P-dope, this one. And that's those taken care of. So while in theory there's a few things that we could make up already, well, oxygen, yeah, I'm not seeing any clear, obvious reason to make them up just yet. I think rather than build what we can, we should try and build towards something we want, because there's too many things we can build, you know? So we can. Chemical reactor's going to have plenty of recipes for us to make. But yeah, it's probably more productive if we just set up, what we've had space over here for, an oil rig, and just kind of explore, see what that does for us. And thankfully we've got all these things accessible now through our MI, so it's nice and easy. We'll take our achievements. It's a big one. Let's get a proper look at this thing. Whoa. And what it's going to give us is water if we wanted to, which we don't. And it'll give us access to crude oil. Distillation tower is made with, yep. We can't make this just yet. We don't have like advanced motors and stuff. Yeah, that's HV. So we would get the oil and then we would refine it with just regular distilleries rather than a distillation tower. And distilleries are cheap. Al Capone approves. All right, it may not be the prettiest, but I kind of feel like we'll just squeeze it in here. That leaves us this kind of back corner here for the distillation tower and all the liquids at the back. All right, let's get this built then. I found that having the wrench in the offhand makes it so much easier to place these blocks because you can just see them the whole time. There we go. Active, we can get crude oil with aluminium drills. Okay, we got that guy hooked up with power. Right, that means we need to get... Oh, hello. That means we need to get our aluminium drills on the production line. And I honestly feel like that's not going to be so hard. So let's do this. Let's put the drill head here because it needs soldering alloy, which we can just snake off there. Is that what you do? Let me try that again. There we go. It seems to take the color of the pipe that you have in your inventory, and I definitely don't want to have to dye pipes just to craft it. We'll upgrade these guys. We'll do the thing with the power. We'll do the thing with the items. We'll do the thing with the liquid to give it its fair share of solder and alloy. Let anything in, and there we go. We have our oil. Oh God. Our first lot of oil. Sweet. Yeah, fluids is something that I've been avoiding doing. I don't want to play with them. They just seem so much more complicated than items. Like if you check out how many types of fluids there are, just from MI. And I'm no chemist. I don't know what goes with what or what their purposes are. Nor have I got this far in MI before, so I can't even benefit from having previous trial and error. All right, well, yeah, definitely getting lost in REI and following chains down, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. But I have set up, oh, interesting transition. But I have just set up a little platform here. Yeah, we can't get into all the liquids today, but we can start off with getting just a few. You'll see I prettied up the back here a little bit, got rid of that steam blast furnace. So we've got space back here to start storing liquids in these kinds of things. But before we do that, I figured we should probably start just processing some of the oil in the low-cost, cheap recipes that are available to us. And since we start with crude oil, remember we can't distillation tower just yet because we haven't got any of the steel and stuff. That's a bit advanced. But you can start off refining the stuff in distilleries. And I couldn't really find much use for naphtha, at least right now. Like this only gives you naphtha. Okay, lubricant, well, maybe that's a recipe for lubricant later. Like, yeah, none of that stuff seemed too useful for us. So instead what I've done is I've just got some distilleries here to process crude into sulfuric heavy and crude into sulfuric light. Like so. They will be automatically ejecting into these chemical reactors. We'll get that connected with some hydrogen, something I forgot, but pretend you didn't see anything. Oh, I need 12,000. So once that reaches 12,000 millibuckets, combines with 2,000 millibuckets, or just 2 buckets, of hydrogen and gives us light fuel and sulfuric acid. Similarly, this will give us heavy fuel and sulfuric acid. We'll just dump the sulfuric acid for now up into the automatic trash can, and we'll combine the 2 types of fuel together to make diesel. And when that produces our first little bit of diesel here, we should be able to use that to power a few of these tools. I think I need 3 of those buckets. I can get the diesel mining drill, which I may as well get. I'm sure it's a little quest achievement. Yep. It sure is. There's also the diesel chainsaw and a diesel backpack. Like so. Can we stop with the achievements, please? The more powerful the fuel, the faster the jetpack. We recommend rubber boots and rubber helmet. Don't forget to activate it with the V keybind. I guess that might be dependent on what my keybinds are currently set to. The mining drill can finally replace your pickaxes and shovels. Fill it with powerful fuel for the best speed. Toggle between Silk Touch and Fortune. So I'm guessing that diesel is a more powerful fuel than just like light fuel and heavy fuel by itself. Yeah, you would expect. We are getting really cramped for space up here. So I'm not sure how we're going to resolve that. This little temporary thing here will likely go. I just want to test out these tools before we do anything. Here we go. Auto extract down into the tank here. Again, we got a YouTube video to make, so we can't wait all day. And I guess we right click to fill it up. Alright, that did the job. Sadly, this takes the place of our chest plate. So we can't equip it without taking off a whole bunch of armor, which I'm not too sure I like the sound of. I didn't know it was this kind of jetpack. Say what now? So you press spacebar and it's practically, what, like a little bit of an elytra flight. I mean, it makes getting back and forth from the base much quicker. All right, let's go see how this chainsaw works. Yeah, not sure it's any better than my regular Elementium axe. And you can shift right click it to swap between Fortune and Silk Touch. Same thing with the mining drill. Yeah, definitely no complaints with that one. Let's head down and test it on some deep slate. All right, they're fun toys. Don't think I really need to be using them though. I much prefer the defense of the chest plate, and we got other ways to kind of fly around and collect things. So we definitely have a whole bunch of work ahead of us now that we've accessed this oil stuff. Next time I reckon we'll get into stainless steel. Looks pretty easy. Vacuum freezer we can make, and you need the stainless steel plates to get the digital circuits. And yeah, we can start playing with a bit more liquid as well to get some polyethylene. And that'll give us a digital circuit board and all this other stuff we either already have or it's just super easy. And that'll get us into HV power if we so desire, and the distillation tower. So maybe in between episodes, I'll have a bit of a think about how I want to structure this back end here. All right, quick look at all the quests that we've got. 5 loot bags. And our first basic upgrades. I think that means I can like chuck that in a machine, like just for instance here, and each one will increase the efficiency. Right, so that'll just give whatever you put it in a higher max efficiency. And that's also normally crafted with this polyethylene stuff, so definitely next time, that's what we'll be having a look at. So next episode, we are ready to jump into the late game of modern industrialization, at least the very first step of the late game. And I think it's probably also about time that we had a look into getting started on the Hell's Kitchen quests and get a bit of a farm started up. All right, hope you enjoyed the episode. That's a bit better. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.